Hello guys, welcome back to another video lecture on Arsh Barnum. So this is Humaira from Arsh Barnums, and as you guys know, I deal with the zoology part on this channel. It's been a while I made videos because मेरे भी exams थे, मैं भी थोड़ा busy चल रही थी बीच में, but then I'm free now. I'm back with another video. And if you guys remember, पिछली video में हमने phylum Platyhelminthes को discuss किया था, right? Now in this video we are going to discuss about Schistosoma. So let us get into the video. So this organism Schistosoma, हमने ये नाम सुना है. अगर आपको याद होगा तो हम क्लास ट्रामेटोडा पढ़ रहे हैं जब we have discussed this name as an example of class ट्रामेटोडा, right? If you have not watched my video, so I'll drop an I button here. पिछली videos देखकर आप ये video देखिए. So this organism Schistosoma is a parasitic organism of class Trematoda and phylum Platyhelminthes. The other name of this organism Schistosoma is blood flu. Now, when we look into the scientific classification of this organism, this belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Platyhelminthes, family Schistosomatidae, genus Schistosoma, and species Hematobium. यहाँ पर point note कीजिए. Class, you guys know it already, right? Trematoda. I have tried to make this video simple for you guys so it will be easy for you to study. So moving forward with our video. हाँ जी. Now when you observe this organism here, आपको लगेगा कि ये एक ही organism है, but ऐसा नहीं है. There are two organisms present in this picture. This is the male organism. This is the female. तो जब मैं बोलती हूँ मेल और फीमेल तो आपके दिमाग में एक पॉइंट स्ट्राइक करना चाहिए. एंड व्हाट इज दैट पॉइंट? कि these organisms are dioecious. These are organisms. In the previous videos, we have always discussed about the monoecious organisms, wherein we have defined monoecious organisms as एक organism रहेगा उसमें both male and female reproductive structures दिखाई देंगे. Whereas dioecious is completely opposite to monoecious organisms, where they have separate sexes. Male will carry male reproductive structures and female will carry female reproductive structures. तो हमें समझ आ चुका है कि these organisms have separate sexes. Now, what is the other thing you observe in this image here? Obviously, the surface. Now, when you observe the surface of this organism male, you will find kind of rough surface, spiny surface, right? Whereas female का वैसा नहीं है. So that means the males have rough body surface when compared to females. Now, what is the next thing we are observing in this image right here? हम देख रहे हैं, we are telling that these organisms are dioecious, right? But इन लोग तो साथ में है. It is like female male के अंदर रह रही है. So now what happens in this organism is the male has a groove. It makes a groove. It makes foldings through the ventral surface and makes a groove wherein it carries the female. जैसे एक गाड़ी के दो पहिए होते हैं, एक पहिए के बगैर गाड़ी नहीं चल पाती. So this organism is also like that. वो एक दूसरे के बिना नहीं सर्वाइव कर सकते. Now getting back to the groove here, अगर आप यहाँ पर देखोगे, so you'll find the groove. Now this groove is called as gynecophoric canal. Gynecophoric canal. Now what is the next point? Like what is the next thing what we can observe in the diagram? Though the female is inside the male, यहाँ पर अगर आप देख सकते हो, though the female is inside the male, वो बाहर आ रही है यार. So obviously there is a difference in size. So that means female is longer than male. So female is longer than male. The length of the male is approximately 16 mm to 21 mm long, whereas male is 10 mm long. जी, तो साइज भी हो गया, डाइशियस ऑर्गेनिज्म भी हो गया, बॉडी सरफेस भी हो गया, कैनाल भी हो गया. तो ये इमेज देखकर आपको क्या लग रहा है कि व्हाट इज द थिंग वी आर मिसिंग आउट? हाँ जी, तो यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, द सकर्स, बोथ मेल एंड फीमेल हैव सकर्स. Here is one sucker, here is the second sucker. Now they have two suckers. Schistosoma has two suckers. First is the oral sucker, second is the ventral sucker. The oral sucker is present at the anterior end, and ventral sucker is present on the ventral surface, and it is also called as acetabulum. आप अगर female में भी देखोगे, you will find the oral sucker here, and this is the ventral sucker. Okay, so I have another image जहाँ पे male female separately है और suckers भी हम clearly देख सकते हैं. तो ये रहा हमारा image. तो अगर आप यहाँ पर देखोगे, this organism has few similarities as well as few dissimilarities. So first we'll discuss the similarities and then we'll later jump on to the dissimilarities. अगर आप यहाँ पर देखोगे, male has oral sucker, female has oral sucker. Male has ventral sucker, female also has a ventral sucker. Now this oral sucker in male will open into the esophagus. Same thing will happen in the female. This esophagus will open into distinct glands. Same thing will happen in the female. Now these distinct glands will open into the intestines. The same thing is found in females as well. Now when we talk about the intestines of these organisms, they have two branches. The intestine is divided into two branches. अगर ये intestine है तो वो ऐसे branch होगा. Now these branches will later reunite. अगर आप यहाँ देखोगे, so the branches are reuniting like this. So this is the similarity. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? Oral sucker is leading to esophagus. Esophagus is opening into distinct glands. Then those glands are finally leading to intestines, where intestine is bifurcated into two branches, where it will reunite. This is the similarities between male as well as in female. Now one thing to note here, that pharynx is absent in this organism. Pharynx is absent. So we are done with the similarities here. Now talking about the dissimilarities. Obviously यार image देखकर ही हमें पता चल रहा है, the length is different. हमने पिछली image में भी discuss किया था, female is generally longer than male, और male का surface भी थोड़ा rough रहेगा करके हमने discuss कर लिया था. Now talking about other dissimilarities. Now when I say dissimilarities in male and female, सबके दिमाग में ये point strike करेगी कि their reproductive structures are different when compared. So first what we'll do is we'll discuss the male reproductive structures followed by the female reproductive structures. अब यहाँ पर male में मैंने zoom in कर लिया है. So when you observe the image here, यहाँ पर आपको labeling दिखाई दे रही होगी testis. Now these organisms have 4 testes. Now this testis will give rise to vas deferens. Vas deferens. Now this vas deferens will join seminal vesicles. After joining the seminal vesicles, this seminal vesicle will open into penis. अभी penis रहेंगे, outlet तो कुछ होगा ही. Now this penis will open out through genital pore, or which is also called as male gonopore. अगर आप यहाँ labeling में देखोगे, यहाँ पर genital pore है. And you can see the opening here, how the penis is opening through the genital pore or the gonopore. Now, when you observe, this genital pore is located exactly below the ventral sucker. यहाँ पर ये हो गया हमारा ventral sucker. Below that only we have this opening where the penis open out. So yeah, these were the reproductive organs of male. कुछ difficult था क्या भाई? इतना easy तो था. Now talking about the reproductive structures in female. जब हम reproductive structures in female कहते हैं तो हमारे दिमाग में, सबके दिमाग में actually first point आएगा ovaries, right? भाई मेरे दिमाग में तो first word आया ही ovaries जब मैंने कहा female reproductive structures. हाँ जी, so we were right. अगर हम यहाँ पर image में देखेंगे, आपको यहाँ बड़ा बड़ा label करके दिखाया गया है ovaries. Now this organism has a single elongated ovary. Ovary is single and elongated. Now this ovary will lead into oviduct. This ovary, as you can see here, is leading into oviduct. Now this organism also has a vitelline gland. यहाँ पर tail के पास vitelline gland आपको दिखेगा. Vitelline gland is also called as vitellaria. So yeah, what is the function of this vitelline glands? ये glands क्या करते हैं? They'll produce cells. These cells will release few substances that help in formation of the shell around the egg. Now, as you can see here, this vitelline gland is giving rise to a vitelline duct. This is the vitelline duct. I hope it is clearly visible. Now, this vitelline duct will join the oviduct and they both will form a common duct. So this is the common duct here. Now this common duct will open into an ootype. अभी आपको लगेगा कि ये ootype किस चिड़िया का नाम है? भाई कोई चिड़िया का नाम नहीं है ootype. इस ootype में the eggs of the organisms get well furnished with a shell. Eggs get furnished shell. Observe the image here. आपको ootype के पास में Mealy's glands दिखाई देंगे. दूसरा कलर हम यूज कर लेते हैं. So as you can see, here are the Mealy's glands. So the primary function of this gland is it will produce the substances that will guide the egg or the ova towards the uterus. Now as you can see, this ootype is opening into the uterus. So this long tube here is the uterus. The ootype is opening into the uterus. अगर हम in short देखेंगे, so the ovaries will open into oviduct. Vitelline glands रहेंगे. Vitelline glands will give vitelline duct. Now this duct will join oviduct and they both open into ootype. Ootype is the place where the eggs get furnished with a shell. Now this ootype is surrounded by Mealy's glands. This ootype will further open into the uterus. Now this uterus, similar to that of male, opens out through the female gonopore. If you can see here, this is the opening of the uterus and this region is called as gonopore. It is also called as genital pore. Female genital pore. Now if you observe the image, this pore is also present exactly below the acetabulum, just like the male. यहाँ पर देखो, this is the acetabulum, this is the opening of the uterus through gonopore. So these were the female reproductive organs. Male और female हमने दोनों cover कर लिया है. So guys, as we know, these organisms are arranged in close proximity. तो इन दोनों के बीच में meeting होगा, fertilization will take place. And अब यहाँ आने वाला है मजा. अभी क्या होगा? Once the fertilization takes place, once the ova are formed, the female will leave the male. Male को छोड़कर वो चली जाती है. बेवफा female, दुष्ट female. तो वो क्या करती है? जैसे ही वो female छोड़कर चली जाती है, it will lay eggs in the blood vessels of the primary host. अभी primary host से I have to tell you all one thing, that this organism schistosoma is digenetic organism. Digenetic organism. अभी digenetic का क्या मतलब होगा? That means this organism will complete its life cycle in 2 hosts. उसको 2 host लगेंगे अपनी life cycle complete करने में. So in the case of schistosoma, primary host is human being, that is man, and secondary host is freshwater snail. So now as we said, it will lay its eggs in the smaller blood vessels of the primary host, that is man. अभी obviously these are parasites यार, अपनी आंखों को ही नहीं दिखते, उनके eggs कहाँ से दिखेंगे? तो now these छोटे eggs will rupture and they will enter the lumen of the intestines. Now once they enter the lumen of the intestines, they are excreted out via feces or urine. So they are excreted. Now once they are excreted, they reach the fresh water. जैसे ही वो लोग fresh water में पहुंचेंगे, they will hatch and release Myrcadium larva. Release what? Myrcadium larva. जी, तो प्राइमरी होस्ट में तो वो अपना काम कर चुका है. नाउ दिस मिरकेडियम लार्वा नीड्स सेकेंडरी होस्ट टू कंप्लीट इट्स लाइफ साइकिल. तो हमने क्या कहा था, व्हाट इज द सेकेंडरी होस्ट ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनिज्म? फ्रेश वाटर स्नेल, राइट? दिस मिरकेडियम लार्वा will search for the fresh water snail. As soon as उसको snail मिल जाएगा, it will penetrate into the snail. So it will enter fresh water snail. Now once it penetrates into the fresh water snail, it will develop into sporocyst. Now this is called the first generation sporocyst as it is directly developed from the Myrcadium larva. Now this sporocyst can either give rise to Cercaria larva or the Myrcadium larva again. Now this Myrcadium larva will again develop into sporocyst. Now this sporocyst is called as second generation sporocyst. Now this sporocyst again will give rise to Cercaria larva. I hope it is clear. Myrcadium larva will enter freshwater snail. They'll develop into sporocyst. The sporocyst either give rise to Cercaria larva or again Myrcadium larva. The Myrcadium larva will give rise to again sporocyst, and the sporocyst will enter and the sporocyst will release Cercaria larva. Now when you talk about the Cercaria larva, this is free living larva. This is a free living larva and this is considered as infectious stage. Now here is this larva had a bifid tail somewhat like this. This is the infectious stage. This will enter its primary host again, and that is man. Once this organism enters the primary host, it will lose its tail, and as soon as it loses its tail, it is called as schistosomule. Schistosomule. Now this schistosomule will circulate in the body of the primary host, will travel through various organs like heart, lungs, and finally will reach the hepatic portal system, where these organisms get sexually mature. Once these organisms get sexually mature, the process is repeated again. They'll release eggs, they will rupture and blah blah. The process is again repeated. I will show you an image where this life cycle will get more easier for you to understand. तो यहाँ पर फर्स्ट वाला ड्राइंग है. हाँ जी, अगर आप ये इमेज यहाँ पर देखोगे तो यू विल सी दैट फर्स्ट दीज एग्स आर रिलीज थ्रू फीसेस एंड द यूरिन, and as soon as they are excreted out, they reach the fresh water and they hatch, releasing Myrcadia larva. So once the Myrcadia larva is released, it will penetrate into the snail tissue, and after that they develop into sporocysts through successive generations, and the generations we have already discussed, releasing Cercaria larva. Now when you observe the tail, it is bifid. This Cercaria larva is the free swimming larva, and it is also considered as the infectious stage. Now when it infects the human beings, now there are many sources by which it can infect. For example, अगर swimming करने जाते हैं and the water is contaminated with Cercaria larva, it will penetrate through the skin, or if we drink contaminated water, the Cercaria larva may enter into our body. Now during the penetration of this Cercaria larva into human being, it will lose its tail and convert into schistosomule. Now this schistosomule will circulate in the body and finally it will reach the hepatic portal system. So this was all about schistosoma. So guys, I hope आपको वीडियो समझ में आई होगी. We have discussed many things such as scientific classification, reproductive structures, about the two suckers, and also about the life cycle of schistosoma in both the hosts. So I would request you guys to give it a like, do share it with your friends, and take care of yourselves, eat healthy food, and until then, bye bye. See you.